Welcome guys, today I'm down in Torquay at Unit 5 Reel Services. About to go and meet the owner of the company and go through some more general information about the business itself. We have Ron. Thanks for inviting me, mate. How are you doing, buddy? You alright?
Good, thank you.
So tell me a little bit about the history of your reel servicing.
Started here about 7 years ago in the unit, and built up with a few reels a week, and yes, and now up to several reels a week. Yeah, too many sometimes.
It's a nice little place you got here. It's just right size enough for doing the business. Yeah. So 7 years you've actually been in this bit.
In this unit. Yeah.
Where were you before that?
Tidal Tackle in Torquay. I used to service for them. Was there for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Enjoy it?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. Did you prefer it in where you were before or where you are now?
I like my own unit now. My own little band. Yeah.
Was that because business started getting bigger and?
Yes, it gets busier, and of course you always feel better as business picks up, don't you?
Definitely. Yeah. To be honest, it's always nice to have somewhere to go. I know a lot of guys in Plymouth and different places and that they think I've got my reel, it needs servicing. What do I do? And some people are lucky enough to have a friend that can do it or someone they can have a look at in that. But to be honest, like you do now, it's a professional service at the end of the day. It's like taking your car so they get them all to eat. And a lot of reels, I've seen a lot of my friends' reels. I look after my reels, to be fair. Yes. I try to obviously clean it, wash them and bits and pieces. But you've been doing my reels for some time now. Yeah. And one of the good things I like about it, every time I have a reel done by Ron, it's absolutely perfect. It's running sweet as a nut. You got yourself your new reel again, and for the sake of the cost of wise, it is. And even like new reels in the box, sometimes it's better to degrease them and stuff like that.
It is. If a lot of new reels come, they've sat on the shelf in a tackle shop maybe a while. Yeah. The oil and the grease starts to go a bit stiff, or the oil comes out of the bearings. Some you need to clean the bearings if you want them to cast a bit,
Yeah, because it does a lot of reels. They put so much grease in them. It slows a reel right down.
Sticky.
Obviously, for my type of fishing, especially, you're looking to having very fast reels and obviously controlled by the magnet. And obviously, that's where you come in.
Yes.
So, tell me some information about it then, mate.
I was at Tidal Tackle for 20 years.
20 years, long time.
Yeah, it was, man and boy.
Is that where you first started on taking on the reels then, to be serviced?
Yes. A few people, found out that I did reels as a courtesy for the shop, and brought them in, so that was quite good. And
so all in all, you've been servicing reels for?
Probably done my early ones, started in the late 70s.
Is it?
Yeah, just for friends and myself, looking after my own, and then as it built up, and then say the 20 years in the shop.
Have you found the reels obviously progressed over the years?
Yes, slightly, but also.
What reels were you servicing back then?
I think the first one I'd done was a gillfin.
Was it?
Yeah, it was in pieces in a box.
Was it?
There was no internet in those days, no schematic.
Yeah.
And we were just piecing it together. We got it going,
Did you?
Yeah.
So whatever reels were like Dow and the pens, they started coming in at?
Divers.
Was that the 90s or the late 80s?
Oh yeah, well you have the Senators, they've always been there and stuff like that.
Yeah, even back from the 70s?
Oh yeah.
Have they?
Older than that. Yeah. But just technology's come on, they've got smaller, lighter.
So when did the mags sort of come in? What sort of years?
Oh, mags.
First mags?
I think the first mags were probably 80s. I think I've got some old. I've got an old Abu here somewhere.
So Abu were the first people to kick in on that.
Well, no, there's a Diver as well. The mags, but they sort of phased out and then they came back again. And of course, you get the mag elites and things like that, and then 525s. They came back and still very good reels, obviously. So
what would you say your most common reel you get in is out of all of them? So from an angler's point of view, Abu or?
Not so many Abus now. No, Divers and a lot of Shimano. Yeah.
7HTs, is it range or?
Yeah, I get 7 HTs, lots of saltists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black and golds.
yeah, and yeah, saltists.
Quality reels though.
Yeah, they're very nice. Yeah, they're good reels, and you know you can rely on Diver to get parts.
100%. Yeah. And to be honest, I know they're quite expensive, some of the Dower reels, but you get what you pay for, and you get quality. A quality reel will last you, and especially with a service once a year or something like that, they're going to go on and on and on forever.
They do.
Yeah. So we're going to go through some bits and pieces now. What we're going to first start off with is general reel maintenance. Now, a lot of guys go out there fishing, and when they come home, I know guys will leave it in a box. I've actually seen guys over the years finish a fishing session and actually dip it in the water to clean it off and come home. One of the worst things ever to do. Soap corrosion will kill your reel.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go over with Ron now.
It's good for me though.
Yeah, fantastic for you. I bet. It's going to go over with Ron now some general information about general upkeep of how to keep your multiplier and fixed spools in top condition.
Session, I generally just rinse down warm plain water, leave them on the draining board to drain or somewhere out the way where your wife won't shout at you. Oiling, bail roller definitely, handle joint where it folds, in case of this one, bait runner, dop of oil in either side the screws. You should be okay then. Sometimes take off the spool, clean behind the spool. You do get a lot of salt and sand building up behind that, and some also have bearings inside the spool which could do with a little drip of oil. Multipliers, same thing, wash down, warm water, plain water, leave it to dry somewhere. Back off the star drag, lever drag if you've got a lever drag reel. Oil handle, either in here at the end. Most places where anything touches, you know, you think there's a joint, some water can have crept in, just dab of oil, otherwise then just wipe down with a rag and leave, and that should be fine.
So to be honest, that can be pretty much done straight after any session. You just
after a trip. I know what it's like. You leave it in the bottom of the tackle box, you forget it for 3 days or something like that. I've done it myself.
No matter what time I get in, whether I'm getting in at 4 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, even if it's afternoon, whenever. One of the first things I automatically do when I come in from fishing is as soon as I finish the session, I'll release a star drag, so it's kept like that. Then I'll get home and I'll literally dip it in warm water.
Yeah. And
then I've got a tray and I'll put it on my basin like that. Yeah. I do get moaned at by the missus.
Yeah.
I do very often.
On the draining board.
Having said that, she would rather me do that than go and have to buy a new reel and have to get them serviced on a regular basis. And at the end of the day, it's cost wise. Full reels then. So if I was to look after that reel and do that after every trip, for servicing wise, once every 12 months.
Yeah.
Regular
it's fine. Yeah, you're going every now and then you can pop. Most guys can do it. Just pop the end off and just oil the bearings yourself. But I say yearly, you know,
full service on a yearly basis. And when you're spending 250 quid on a reel, guys, it just makes sense to look after it at the end of the day. And as I said before, one of the main things with fishing is your reel. Whether you're using a fixed spool or multiplier, you always want your reels running correctly. Because if it's holding back at all, it's going to affect your distance. If it's not working properly, I've actually got a reel which, as I'm reeling around, it actually crunches a little bit. What you can have a look at. I'm not sure why it does that, but to be honest, I had a ray on at Chesil Beach. Never done it before. I had light lines on it. I was trying to grunt it a little bit, and it's made that noise ever since. Right. So So at the end of the day, guys, always look after what you got. So then, for a basic multiplier, what's the prices obviously for cleaning the bearings, etc.?
Basic service, just like all quick lube, oil, clean the bearings out, lighter oil just for casting, that's about £8.
So for £8 basically, that's the sort of thing you get done on a regular basis, or once every 6 months or something?
Every 6 months.
Every 6 months we fine?
Yeah.
And then for a full service then, what's included in the full service?
Full service, I generally take the whole reel to pieces, comes completely apart, all parts washed, cleaned, anything in there worn, damn it comes out.
Yeah.
Bearings that are grumbly, gone.
Yeah,
all replaced. Generally some guys keep their reels really nice, so it's okay, it's just a case of clean it, re-oil it, send it back again, but otherwise that's it.
Sometimes the damage and that, so how much is that for a full service?
That's £18.
£18?
Yeah,
plus
the
parts. Plus the parts. So on a turnaround, obviously, what's the time-wise?
I generally like to get things back to people within 2 to 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But if on busy times, I could be a month or so. I don't like to be, but
to be honest, I've actually tried taking one of these apart, and I've actually tried taking a 525 apart, and I didn't get on too well.
No.
The first time I ever took a 525 apart, I actually rang my old mate Wayne Jarman, and I passed 11 at night because I was going fishing the following day, and say I tried taking it around, what's going to go on? And he said, put it all in a box with all the parts and bring it up to me. Never used that reel the weekend. No. It was there for about 3 weeks, and he eventually done it for me. But it was a lot of time. I actually was with him when he was putting it all together and that. And for £18, it can take you a lot of time for a full service on that.
It can do, yeah. You'll see, if it's a well looked after reel.
Yeah, so it's something you must enjoy at the same time then.
Yeah. It's sort of.
Was the quietness of it, or is it?
Yeah, I just enjoy it. I always feel it's the guy's going to use it. He wants a reliable reel for the day. And it's just making sure somebody's reel keeps going, and they get good fishing
catching fish. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Norway ones always worry me a little bit. They can don't behave itself.
So is that the same price as the fixed spools and the multipliers? £18 no matter what.
All reels are just £18.
£18. So for anybody what's looking, obviously what's local, they can come right in at Torquay. The address and the details will be at the end of the feature, guys.
Yes, you're local.
So what about if I was from Nottingham? I can send my reels down?
Posted down, yeah. I would recommend either if it's expensive reel, special delivery, or recorded at least, just to make sure it gets here.
Yeah.
Because you at least get £50 back, I think, if you lose it.
Yeah. That doesn't happen very often.
No, I've never known. In all the years I've been in post office, hasn't lost one.
No, definitely. That's ideal, mate. That's ideal. Well, it's a very interesting part of fishing, and to be honest, I can see how many hours you actually would spend in here. Do you get out fishing very much yourself anymore?
No, I'm mending other people's reels now.
You don't get out at all now?
I do a bit now and then, yeah. But
what do you like to fish for?
Well, generally flatties really. I like flatties and rays.
Chesil and B-sands and stuff like that, just like the flat beaches and that. Brilliant, fantastic. Thank you very much for inviting me down today.
Thank you.
Cheers.